We're going.
We're going.
All right, super fired up for this podcast and YouTube video as we talk about both Boris and Fernando are headed to Cape Epic here in South Africa as we're up here. Huge endeavor. I know we've talked in the last couple episodes about a lot of big races, and a lot of the discussion has been sort of wrap ups post race, right? Evaluation, talk about the journey and the experiences and the race dynamics. But we're gonna do something a little different today. We're gonna start before the race, right? What these two guys got into, right? What they signed up for, and as you with many things in life, the optimism and the excitement beforehand is part of the fun, right? Signing up for a race, planning for the race, the excitement before, the talking and all of that. That's part of the fun. Sometimes as much as the race itself, right? That's part of the journey that we're kind of addicted to here. But we're talking. This is a big event, right? If you have any kind of background on it, professional mountain bike racers, races UCI certified, so you get a lot of professional racers. It's a stage race. It's in some very difficult terrain, but what makes it super different than a lot of events we've talked about, it's also a team event, right? So like Ironman, Ultraman, marathons, ultra running, all is usually an independent event. This brings the dynamic of friends together, right? So Fernando and Boris. So let's talk.
And they call it the Tour de France of mountain bike.
Tour de France of mountain bike. Yeah. It looks, and the course changes every year, sort of like the tour, right? So you're gonna get a new. You can't 100% be prepared for what you're going to run into. But let's maybe both of you can talk a little bit about like why was this out there on the bucket list? Why is this a challenge? You want to go all the way to South Africa and take on the challenge? Obviously it's a big one. So I don't know, you want to start, Fernando? What about Cape, or did Boris just sign you up and say we're going?
Yeah.
Like, what's the draw?
Yeah, it's you're right. It's very interesting. We talk about the biggest races of all.
Yeah.
And this time is one of the biggest of all again, because this is the Tour de France of mountain bike. Everybody wants to go there. I personally been looking at this race for years, and Boris as well. And it was, I think it was something you can't touch because it's difficult to get in, it's far, it's expensive, it has all of the complications and challenges. And we there. We'll talk about how we got there. I'm super excited, especially because this is it's different. It's with a friend, and we had to be together most of the time, all the time. So we'll talk about that too. Yes. So, but Boris is
I think it wasn't in the wish list for many years, but you don't talk about it. I mean, not openly to everyone because first of all, as Fernando say, it's not easy. It's you need to have a partner. I mean, somebody that rides with you, not a friend only. It's a partner, knows your pace, knows how you ride, and mostly and hopefully ride with you all the time because you cannot be far away one with another in any checkpoint more than 20 seconds. Then you need to really know the person you're going. Then it was in the wish list, but you don't tell everyone because you know it's maybe too far. It's not just far away. Just far away. So many things need to align to be able to have a spot, and because it's no way if you're not professional, there is no way you just get a spot there if you don't do one of the race in the cities, the qualifiers, right? Yeah. Or getting the lottery.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So super selective to get into. So everybody's trying to get into this thing. So while you have the pros, the UCI guys, you have the pro mountain bikers, the Keegan Swensons, the Lachlan Mortons, all the gravel kings, they're all out there. You two guys are going, right? So both you guys are accomplished. Both have a history of endurance sports. Both Leadville have done some mountain biking, but again, like Boris, you say this is so big and grand that you don't want to put it out there, right? And as you said that, I think that's another intriguing part for this podcast and video is that you guys have, the confidence or the humility to put it out there, right? Because it's like putting out a big goal and you're putting it out to the world and saying, we're going for this we're going for this monster of a race, right? And with some dynamics, like you have to be together. You're going to be in South Africa, and the course is incredible. I wrote down it's 700K, right, which is a lot. But what's daunting is the 16,000 meters of climbing, which is
because the stages we will put them up.
We can dissect them to different stages.
It's crazy, just crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. You're taking a big shot. So expectation wise, is this a race that because unlike maybe Leadville, we want to get a buckle Ironman, you want to get some this, some that. Is this are we going? Is the expectation to finish? Is this it? Yeah, it is the goal. The conquer this thing. Is it the experience? What are your as you sit here and this is the pre-race? What's your expectations? Do you have?
The body says.
Think about it. Okay, relax. We know where we are. We know. I mean, look at this. Fernando is a very accomplished endurance racer. I know what I have in terms of mountain biking, and we cycle together for about I would say almost 8 years already together, cycling together. Then we know each other. But for this race, for sure, finish, enjoy, really get the journey to get into that place. It's South Africa. It's just an untamed race. It's hard. It's a checklist. But more than a checklist, we really want to go there and have a taste of a full, not only multi-day, but a full endurance as a team. It's not easy. Yes. It's different. When you have a team, yes. It's different because it's not only physical.
Yeah.
It becomes psychological and becomes a little how you push, how much you can push. And we have done this for a while. And in the last races, we tried to get together. We tried. We did it. We did that. We went together for so many races in the lake in the last months, where we were trying to kind of have the framework of working together. And I know Fernando is stronger in some places. I am stronger in other places on the bike. But is that? Yeah, I think it's the journey, the race, the impossible really to get there.
Yeah.
And enjoy the UCI sanctioned race.
Yeah. For me, it's the same. Of course, finishing. We talked about that last time. I finished already. I know we're gonna finish. That's not a doubt. There are no expectations on time. There are expectations of being just safe, enjoy the experience for the most part. That's what it's all about for me, making it happen with all the logistics, all the things that we always talk about. Our jobs, we work full time, and we have families and all of the implications. So, just being there, it's just amazing. The expectation is just to make it happen, right?
Right.
It's as simple as that. And we have done a few things together. I have no doubts we'll do this together and then most amicable way. That's a good thing. We know we're not gonna complain. Something happened, and we're just gonna handle it and make it happen. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because it could be a test to your friendship. It could, at times, right? Because in the experience of ultra endurance events, there are highs and lows, right? And we can't predict your high, your low, and so
that's a challenge for sure.
Yeah, and a good challenge. It probably strengthen your friendship at the end to accomplish something so big together.
The biggest problem, is he snores sometimes.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this. So, as we talk kind of prep, and we'll get into more prep bikes and gear later, but you almost have to have, and just sitting and just knowing you guys a little bit, you both have strengths, right? and weaknesses, right? And Fernando has certain and we've talked about his strengths with the mental side, right? The outlook, the positive, the grind, the ability to just keep going and going and endure, to endure, right? Uh, uh, Maybe some of his challenges might be equipment,
Nutrition.
yeah, nutrition, hydration, some of that. Boris is very good with the technical, the mechanical, the skill side of it. So I think you complement each other in that, and where you can help him, he will also help you.
Mostly navigation.
Navigation,
Right? I can tell you that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, we both accept our strengths and weaknesses. We know exactly where each of us, and I love to hear from Boris because he's very open with me on that, and I'm open with him too. And my weakness are the nutrition, the navigation. I get lost. I need to follow somebody.
Right.
And then he has a lot of strength in his legs. He has a lot of power. My side is more the mindset, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing else.
Carries you pretty far though.
But
No, he's good as an endurance. We have seen that.
Yeah,
When I'm tired, he had the power, then they start pushing. And we have seen a dynamic very interesting. The one going in first is going faster.
Yeah.
And the one going in the back is always suffering.
Yeah.
Then the one is suffering changed to the front. Yeah. And now the other one is suffering. I don't know why, but it's happening to us. And being mindful and knowing that make us have a good pace, or managing the pace, managing the expectations as well while race. It's good. I mean, it's not going to be easy. Look at this. It's sleeping in a tent. It's sleeping together.
Yeah.
It's going to be 8 days, almost 10 days, really, 12 days out of home. It's not going to be easy. But when we accept the fact that we are different and we have different strengths and we join together as a couple, really, because it's a relationship.
Yeah,
We get mad.
Yeah.
It's how fast we can just solve.
Yeah, and it's suffer, and the ultimate test, even individually on one of these events, if you were to just do this, and both of you have done, multi-day stage events, you wake up some days and you don't want to, you're done, you're hurting, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to have to lean on each other for that. The nice thing about biking, you can work together, you can draft, you can help each other out, you can share nutrition, you can share navigation. If you can be open, we're talking mid-March, right?
Mid-March.
So 14 weeks, 16 weeks, I just guess away from now. If you can be open, what are your fears? What are the things that kind of scare you? Because I know that the size of this thing, and as we kind of went in the intro, it's a monster, but like, what scares you about this?
Yeah, you're gonna laugh about mine. Mine is making it happen because I have a new job. I'm focusing a lot on my job. Being able to go there, do this. I've been working from there as much as I can, and it's just a bit of an extra weight on me. I care more about that than the race itself at this point. I know it doesn't sound very appealing for those of you that are motivated, but it's true. It's a reality. I'm a full-time employee and an executive in a company. I'm trying to be mindful of all of that. And then my wife here at the house, and my kids. Things that. That's honestly my regular life is what I enjoy the most.
It's interesting.
Less about the race, just to be frank and open. I care about the race when I'm there. That's typical for me.
Yeah, and just knowing that that's worked.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would say because somebody needs to plan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then the climbing. I think climbing. Living in Houston.
Yeah.
Despite that, I consider myself a decent climber, but I'm decent climber when I'm training in climb, or context, or elevation, or any elevation. Living in Houston, climbing is for me the biggest challenge. I know Fernando, his mind will push over the climbs, whatever the climb. Yeah. In my case, I need to as well trust on my training. Yeah. Okay, I need to be sure feeling myself worth it and ready for those climbs. I mean, it's going to get a lot of climb. A lot of climb.
What did we say? We said 16,000 meters.
There are days, it's about 3,000 meters per day.
Yeah.
Per day. It's simple like that. You can put it different way. But it's about 10,000 feet
Right.
a day.
And we live
Maybe
in
100 kilometers, 60,
Right.
70 miles.
with 3,000. Yeah.
There's a lot of climbing. It's mostly climbing than another thing.
Yeah. As we look at some of the, we'll go through some of these stages, and it looks like some of the profiles kind of look Tour de France, like, and we are, just so everybody knows, we're in Houston, Texas, which is flat. You can't find 10 feet of elevation. So, you have to count on,
It's flat and cold now.
Yeah,
You're gonna
go to the opposite, the very opposite.
Yeah, it's not that.
What we are experiencing right now, but yeah.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to count on your training, whether it's indoor training or simulating hills and having the right equipment. So with 14 weeks of training, will you guys do some training together? Will you simulate any of the racing conditions? I know you've done a stage race together. We'll talk about that now. And then and you simulated a little bit as you went to some mountain bike races previously. But as you get into more specific, you get into race prep, that 8 weeks, 6 weeks away from this big race. Will you guys do some of that? How does that look from an outsider looking in, saying, all right, team event, 2-man team, climbs, descents, different skill sets, different people. What kind of specific training we look to do?
So we just did 2 races together.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Rattle in November. Yeah. That's the first time I ride with somebody. So
like a really with the purpose of waiting, pushing, and help.
Yeah.
With that purpose, because we ride before together, but
right,
we always get different routes. Okay.
That was
with them.
That was how many miles?
70 something miles.
Yeah. And we had a few challenges. We have flags.
We have 3 flags.
We had 3 flags, and that was a good test for me, for him, for what you have mentioned.
Equipment, skills, mechanical skills, divide tasks. To be able to conquer something, we divide the task.
Yeah.
It was good because we don't plan, but we know the strength, and you were doing something, I was doing something. It was good. That was one. The another one was in January the 4th. We did association exam, which is part of the XC races, Texas races, the
series.
This is something that.
That's your medal.
It was about 70 something miles.
78 miles.
78 miles. I don't know. They say 71. We did like 78 or 80 miles. Anyway, a lot of gravel, a lot of road. We didn't plan for that, more like a mountain biking or single. But we both seek food.
Yeah, we were coffee.
Then really, it was a different kind of test. But we did it together. We finished together. It was strong. To be honest, it was a lot of effort. But most of that is just imagine the mind you are sick. Both. Wake up 3 in the morning, go to the race, 2 hours driving from Houston. Came back later. I mean, it was good in terms of what we were measuring. Then we trained a lot together in Houston.
Yeah.
A lot. Every time.
Yeah.
Then it was kind of a test about how we're gonna manage frustration.
Yeah.
It was a good test for that.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. We complimented each other well. At some point, Boris was not feeling well.
He was pushing.
And then I started pushing, but then, I gave up at some point. And Boris got on the front as well. So it was very good, very good. And now we're going to do another one, but this one is not together.
Yeah, not together.
It's 12 hours, it's 30,000, it's in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's 12 hours mountain biking through the
consecutive 12 hours.
Yeah.
Many laps as you
We're
can.
Many more laps.
We're gonna go separate, but then not to compete.
Last year you get first place or second place.
Yeah, I
get second place.
I have it. Yeah.
So the endurance.
Yeah.
The endurance side of it. So this is more of a training.
Yeah.
And will you do back to backs? Like, will you do hard race, hard training day, turn around, hard race, because that's part of it. It's 7 it's 7 stages, right? And I think there's a rest day in there, a couple, or maybe
No,
travel
there's-
days. It's 7 straight. So there's no travel days.
We're doing this different. So
Right.
Boris is doing a more precise training. He goes every day.
So the personality differences, right?
And he can speak on that. And in my case, I could go on doing what I did.
But I'm still following the forever try mindset or principle, which is a lot of love, some do, a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
Some do.
Yeah.
But my variation is I'm doing a little more in the afternoons. I'm going for some rides here.
Yeah.
It's a lot of power. Just imagine going to the city of Houston, just start and stop every light.
Yes.
Yeah.
But a lot of power. It's 30, 33, 30, 34 miles every time you started on the line. Then it's a lot of power. And that's my variation. That's the reason friends say that I'm a little stronger on my legs, which is true. I'm a little bigger. But yeah. Anyway, it's a lot of volume that my body's always tight.
Yes. Yeah.
Instead of Fernando is like, right? The forever try style is a lot of volume, not much really a lot
Consistency.
consistency. Yeah,
Consistency and training your mind rather.
Right.
The physical part as well, but the mindset as well, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's Boris is doing great on that, and I'm following a little bit of him as well because you don't necessarily know what to do all the time. So we go to the park here, we water park, we go to the trails, and we follow each other. We stop, we adjust, we think about it. Remember when we're on the race, let's do this. So yeah, it feels good because I've been riding solo. He's been riding solo, and this makes it different. So
Yeah. That'll be interesting because there is a technical component of the mountain bike racing. I don't know how technical this thing will be.
it is a lot of technical, but I have a lot of some days are long gravel style.
Yeah.
But mostly is single track. It's about 60-70% single track, and the rest is gravel.
So if you had somebody who popped on this podcast and they saw the title talking about Cape Epic and stuff, how can you summarize what it is for the just the regular guy? So the normal guy turns on the podcast, finds the podcast, interest in Cape Epic, maybe he's a fan of gravel racing or just something. Hey, that like you guys, this is out there. I don't want to tell my friends, my family that this is what I want to do, but man, if I had the opportunity, I would jump at it.
yeah,
So how would we describe that to somebody? Like what is, like to you guys, what is Cape Epic?
I will start as we started conversation, right? It is considered the Tour de France of mountain bike. Then it's the biggest race on mountain bike.
it's the most epic.
It's most epic, right? After the UCI, I mean the World Championship, anything like that, is the biggest one. Then it's a multi-stage. It's 8 days where you race with the component that you go to South Africa, okay, and you race at the side of or after the pros.
So the Tour de France, we can't ride the Tour de France with the pros. But you're saying that this is the Tour de France of mountain biking, but some lucky people
This is like
can actually race.
this is like playing with Michael Jordan, right?
Right.
It's like Ironman, right? So when you do Ironman, you're very familiar because
Yeah.
you do all of that. By the way, Boris also Ironman, you have certified on Ironman. You are right there where
Right.
everybody's. This is the same.
Similar. Okay,
So
good.
you do the same race, then, and then like Boris said, it has all the components of a stage race. And I think additional to that, you hit in a tent every day. And that makes it very different. You know, bathrooms are different. You don't have all the, all the comfort zone that you
It's 20 something hours to go there, but
I think it was way to describe it. We have it right here.
The race it is in 7 days. The first day is Cape Town, South Africa. The first day is about 27 kilometers and 750 meters climbing. It's just a prologue, the tour prologue.
Yeah.
One idea is that the pros they test, they know, and it's kind of warming up. Okay. It's a loop and allow people to get a lot of media and attention and families for people that they there to be with the bikes. The second day, which is called stage one, is when the things become a little more serious. Okay, it's about 100 kilometers with 2,500 meters climb. Okay, it is a loop stage, it's still a loop in an area called Merendam. It's a wine area in South Africa. Yeah, it's just a lot of climbing. There's a lot of climbing. It's almost 10,000 feet climbing in one day.
And essentially day one. I mean, you had them for a long, but
Day
this,
one.
yeah.
For second day,
It's almost like Leadville.
it's almost like that.
It's like doing Leadville for day one.
Yeah, but look at this. It's kilometers, and it's a 65% of Leadville.
Right.
But it's like you don't do anything about Leadville.
Yeah, that's a good
day
point.
after, but you do another 6 days. Second day is becoming a little more interesting, even more. Then second day is a time trial. Then
Team time trial.
team time trial is
Yeah.
I mean, same thing, same format. You are the team. No more than 30 seconds between you,
Yep.
the members of the team. But this time you go for a time trial of 60 kilometers at 800 meters. Again, it seems short for the rest of the day, compared to 50% of the rest of the day in altitude and in distance, but you're going against yourself.
Yes.
It's time trial.
The race of truth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then you just started. Then for second day, you already started and you already get into the full speed air. Okay? Knowing that you have another 6 days ahead.
So, South Africa is known for its epic endurance. They have Comrades Marathon, which is amazing. I'm sure it's on Fernando's bucket list.
Yeah.
Like a 50-something mile ultra marathon that brings in, the whole
I was just
country.
looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole country, a little bit of researching on this, the helicopters are following. I'm sure it'll be televised. The crowds are huge. The country's really backing this, which has to be one of the things that make it special, from the support from the country. But when you say you turn around, you do a stage, are you always coming back to the same place?
That's a good point. The time trial is the first time you move to another place.
Gotcha.
Time trial is a transition day, and you have 2 transitions there. Okay. The second one is in the stage 5, and it's very long. It's 103 kilometers with 3,000 meters.
What's next?
Right.
Wow.
The fifth. Wow. The fifth. And then you have another couple of days to be in the same area. Then yes, it's 3 areas where the tents will be set.
Yes.
And 2 transitions, stages, transition 2 and transition, the stage 2 and the stage 5 are transition. Then, but the 100 kilometers is tough. It's 3,000 climbing, 3,000 meters climbing, and it's point to point. Okay? Then you don't really recognize, you don't see people when it's loneliness on the road.
Yeah.
Things like that are expecting on 100 kilometers, right?
That's when I get lost.
Yeah, that's why you need each other.
Yeah.
Now, will there be any support? Will there be? You get a flat, your rear derailleur blows out. You have some kind of mechanical. Is there support there?
They have at each stage they have at least 3 or 4 points of water and food.
Gotcha.
Food support, water and food.
Yeah.
On the stage, and they have mechanics and doctors and medics.
Okay.
It's a full support race.
Okay.
As you say, they have helicopters. They have TV. It's Red Bull TV all the time. Streaming the race. There are 600 teams on non-amateurs ourselves.
There's 600 amateur teams.
Yeah, and pros, I think it's about 80 or 60 pro teams.
Gotcha.
Then it's a big race. It's a big, huge race.
Yes.
And they have full support for that.
Okay.
Now, I believe the mechanics have a limitation.
No, yeah. If you
Yeah.
have an issue in the middle of the road, you have to fix it.
Yeah, you have to fix yourself. It's
Then you cannot change, of course, the bicycle. Otherwise, you don't have another bicycle.
Yeah. If you're out in the middle.
in fact, they say in the rules you need to start it on infinity the same
Same frame. Yeah.
Same frame.
Same frame. Then you cannot change because there are some areas that you maybe want to change for a gravel bike.
Right.
I have seen that before. It's over.
Then the Tour de France.
We cannot do
On a time trial bike, then let's climb. We'll get our room back up. Yeah, that's
impressive. Huh?
it's impressive. It's epic. Cape Epic. It fits the name, you know.
Yeah.
It's exciting, and you know, it'll be so interesting when we sit down end of March.
Yeah.
You know, and kind of decompress and talk about it.
Can't
You
wait.
know, yeah, I can't wait, and the excitement and the build going into it. So we can kind of get a little more technical, you know. So besides your training, besides the mental side of it, besides, you know, booking the tickets, multitasking, family, all, you know, jobs, all that, we need bikes, we need equipment, we need hydration. So
Yeah.
let's maybe take a step on that.
Yeah.
As someone looking at this, what are you going to carry? What are you going to wear? What are you going to ride?
So for those of you in the podcast, we'll show a few things. And
describe-
we're gonna use, we'll describe them. Now let's talk about the uniform. We're gonna use something like this. You know, it's not before ever try uniform, but we're gonna have to bring 7 of these. Because we don't wanna we don't wanna wash them. We decided not to wash them, so we're gonna have variations of them. Maybe we would need to decide on the uniform very quickly, but mainly we're gonna have a uniform like typical with pockets in the back and a pad. You know,
That's bigger pad than a triathlon
a
pad.
bigger pad than a
Right.
triathlon. This is a triathlon uniform, but we like to use
Yeah.
this kind.
And you be identified together as a team.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, must.
Then what I'm gonna show you now is what in this case we're using the Uzwe. I don't know how to pronounce it, Uzwe. And it matches the colors for the trail, of course. But in this one, we tested the other day, by the way, and this is a good camel bag, let's say for mountain biking because it's pretty tight and it's very convenient, and you have different ways to use it. But mainly you carry, you know, the water
Hydration.
and the hydration in the back,
Yeah.
and you can sip it like this, or you have different variations for it. It has carry here in the
Difficult terrain. It's hard to grab bottles. It's hard. You have to have access.
In mountain biking, grabbing bottles in single track is not easy.
Yes.
Is not easy.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's tourist climb. Now, we didn't touch on this. What's the weather in South Africa in middle of March?
Remember that I told you there is 3 different places, right?
Yeah, regions, 3 different
Different regions. It's very 100 different kilometers from one to another, all around Cape Town. The first one, they say normal the season is dry and hot.
Dry.
We're talking about 82, 84
Yeah.
Fahrenheit with a cap of 3 degrees.
Gotcha.
Okay, for the first 3 days. The second area is a little more to the north, more arid itself.
Mm-hmm.
Then to climb a little the weather.
As you go. Yeah.
The third is a very beautiful and famous area for wines, and they're famous because it's most humid.
Yes.
Then it's expected to be red. There's a lot of mud.
Yeah. So it's I think the weather won't be as challenging because we live in Texas. It's humid. We don't have that complication. Now for the bike, which we'll bring it over here. We can do that now. We can show the. We hope to use this Pinarello, and that's my bike. And then we decided on Boris one right now. So this is the bike we're gonna use. Randomly.
Yeah.
We love this bike has full suspension, right? And it's electronic shifting. It has a drop-down saddle, which I now will use. It's not very technical.
As it says, it depends on the style.
Depending.
Right.
Riding style, right.
We have the elbow in the back, which is it gives you a lot of opportunity for shifting all the way. And and then we need to study a little more the pressure we want to use in the
Tire
tires.
choice, tire pressure.
Inserts. Another thing
We're gonna use
insert, because we have the 3 flats, then we
Yeah.
have learned that we need some inserts to be able to extend the time we can road without air.
Right.
I put inserts on mine already. We're gonna put inserts on these.
So as you know, it's a new course every year.
Yeah.
Every year it's a new course. So you keep, you talk about like some of these unbounds or some of these big gravel races or even Leadville, the repetition, you kind of get an idea. Oh, in Leadville, you want to run X, Y, Z, PSI. You want to run, this is the best bike. Here, we're not sure because the terrain changes. So now you got to have some options, right? You got to be able to, do we need inserts? Power to weight, or, how much we're going to load on the bike with the climbs. Day to day, yeah, you make changes day to day. Do I like today's a huge climbing day? Let me lighten my bike. Do I carry water if it's not that hot? All of that.
The good news is Boris and I have used a variation of bikes. Specialized to.
So a canyon special.
Yeah, we use different brands. We think we have a good experience on the different type of bikes and what we can do with each of them, and we have experience on the pressure of the tires and how much weight we need for the suspension as well. And so yeah.
And when you bring multiple tires,
I don't think so.
We bring tubes,
tubes.
and we are with tubeless with
Tubeless. Yeah, we have no tubes inside, but then we're gonna put tubes. And sealing inside. I will say one thing is good comparing with like race like Leadville. It is that we're racing in Cape Town, very close to the sea level. Then the variation from what we know here in Houston to there in pressure will be minimum for sure. And we have some stations very rocky, and some stages very muddy, and some others very rugged, like 103 kilometers, a lot of gravel. It's some rocky, but not much. Then you can play a little the game that you need to manage a little more the rocks, but you have a better pressure for more gravel.
And then locking your front suspension.
Different variations.
It will be important as well.
And you it's like a multi-tool, right? You can't just set up for one day. You have to set up for the.
It's dynamic. I will say we can there's two options, right?
Yeah.
We can keep it on the way it is and just play with that, or we play every day and race every day.
Yeah.
Okay. Then knowing Fernando, he will be staying in the same every day.
Yes.
Myself, I will try to change minimum as possible.
Right.
But I will change for sure.
You'll mix it.
He likes all the.
I feel myself a little more. I will say confident in a couple of things. Not pressure and suspension, not at all. Mostly you were saying about something important. I'm going to discuss about this. It's about how much water you carry on the climbs.
Yeah.
Because water is every single bottle is 1 kilo or close to 1 kilo.
Yeah.
And over day after day, climb after climb.
Oh yeah. Then you can have 2 bottles. This bike only one. My bike have 2 bottles and then the cap.
Yeah.
Are you gonna bring everything in the bottles? Then that we are doing right now, same very similar than Leadville, is just the food in the pounder. Just emptying the bottle. No weight. Then when you get into the climb, the water point, you get water in, mix it, and then get it. Yes.
Right.
And some of those variations is something we are trying. I need to set it down and see like
The planner needs to plan because Fernando will go the whole time on one gel. We've heard that. He'll be like, I didn't eat today. Oh my God.
Yeah. The last races, we have run race together. He's eating very much a lot. That different than before.
And I think and then you can bring that to him. And, obviously he's done, because we did a show on the marathon. So the experience of the stages of, and, climbing, is it going to be mostly a zone 2 effort for those days? Yes, you'll have to put out some pretty good power, but mountain biking is technical. If it is a technical, you have to be able to have the variations in power. When you vary in power, you're varying what energy systems you're tapping into. It's not just fat burning, you're tap into the carbs.
We both have experience in stage races. We both did transport, which is 8 days. We did it in different times, but we have experience on that very similar race, just different terrain, different conditions, hotels instead of tents, which was a bit different.
Why?
And,
A lot of wine, Portugal, every day. Yeah, different race.
I did La Ruta de los Conquistadores in Costa Rica. You cross Costa Rica from ocean to ocean. And that's also very different. Normal, you walk a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how much we have to walk here because of the sandy dunes. I don't exactly. We don't have to walk much.
Yeah.
So, that brings a different flavor for this race altogether. Right?
Yeah. I would love to say that we going to this race with the goal only to finish. I would love to say that. Yeah. But Fernando, I know myself. We were pushing every day, with no reason, no need. Yes. Because we're not gonna have a podium at the stage. But we're gonna push. We're gonna push as getting into the limit of our bodies every single day, and I know it. I know it from now. I know it, and I know it because it's the way we are.
Yeah. No, I always say that. Oh, we're not gonna get, but then we do, right? So yesterday I did the Houston Marathon, and I was like, whatever. And then once the race started,
you put the bib on. You get the number plate on, it's go, and that's what makes it fun. And I'm sure anybody who is signing up and is one of these amateurs that are out there have, a similar mindset.
Oh,
yeah, this is not for a weekend warrior. This isn't for somebody who just, is gonna, take a shot at something. This is epic, like the name details.
The name intense, yes.
It's an epic test. It's going to be an epic test of your endurance, your mental side, your fitness, your friendship, right?
Yeah.
It's going to test it all. And then the other side, right? Better friends, better fitness, this accomplishment, this story, this experience, which should be incredible. I'm super excited to follow this journey and to see what happens on the other side. Like I said earlier, when we sit down late March and we can reflect back. And I don't know if we'll be talking about inserts and water. We'll probably be talking about something way deeper, right? I think it'll be so amazing to get into that conversation. And I think it'll be stories and experiences and ups and downs. And
we're gonna bring a GoPro or two, so we're gonna record as much as we can. Yeah. That's what I did in Marathon des Sables. I know people don't do that to get, to be lighter, but we care about the experience and the moments and the memories, and also to the people we want to influence through Forever Try, and to do more to bring this to their house. No, I can do that too.
To inspire them.
That's my ultimate dream is that somebody out there would say, I can do that.
Yes. That's what my goal is. The goal I don't want to tell anybody, but that's what I want to do. Yeah, I think we'll have that.
Yeah, when we talk about doing this, you said, this will be epic.
Yeah. The first time we talked about it maybe about 3-4 years ago, and they say, let's go to Cape Epic. No, it's too hard. Then let's go to another one. And then that's hard as well. Then we started, procrastinating on this until last year and this year.
We put the name, the log,
and they're in.
Yeah, we got the name, and I called Boris, and
we were excited. But
then he was his wife, and it was my wife, and we were all like, "Oh, this is expensive. Are you sure?" You needed to press that button.
Well, you only live once.
I just have only maybe 10 days or 15 days to set up and pay.
Yeah.
It's no pressure pay. But yeah, it was amazing. And to be honest, I'm living for it's kind of a dream for me, to be honest. I don't know the story, but I have an accident many years ago and lost part of my lung, or one of my lungs. Then that's another thing I need to Fernando knows, and is patient with the amount of effort I can do. It's a lot of effort, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's a really, really good opportunity, to be honest, for me, and I know doing that with Fernando will be a good one.
Yes. It's beautiful. I can't wait.
You can't wait.
Can't wait.
Let's do it.
It's a wrap.
We're gonna pump the brakes here.
this is new. I love it.